Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Depending where you are, this is early for me. A little bit of an unusual schedule for myself. I've been sick for 2 weeks, sick slash busy, and then actually today I'm going back to the States to work for a little bit, and I'm going to be hitting the ground running. So it might be another 2 weeks before I start streaming, before I stream again. So I wanted to get something out. So I woke up early this morning and got a treat for you. Put that in quotes. Um, so anyway, for those who don't know who I am, I'm Aaron of Zer0 Games, and I'm an expat who lives in Ecuador, and so um, I'll say semi-retired. So I got more time on my hands. So I started streaming some solo games, and really have been enjoying it. But right now, I've been wanting to learn Voidfall for the longest time, and seen various playthroughs, and it's like, man, you know, back when Twilight Imperium first came out, you know, 30 years ago, 25 years. I don't even know how long Twilight Imperium's been out. Always enjoyed this realm of the board games. But man, it's a beast. It is a beast. I don't know if I'm going to play it on Tabletop Simulator or there's a fantastic web app that will actually does the rules and everything that's Mind Clash is, okay with. So I might do it there. Oh, good morning. Oh, Risto, you're on everywhere all at once. Um, uh, so anyway, that's a beast. 40 page of the one rule book. Then you got the compendium, and you got the. So I'm digging into that. So I wanted to stream something today, but I didn't want to learn new rules. So I'm offering you one of my old designs. This is a design I did for the 2020. Trying to think of what the official title was. On Board Game Geek, it was a 2020 Solitaire print and play contest. So anyway, this is my design, and a good friend of mine, Jordan, helped me a lot with this. And so this is Zer0-X. It's still the it's still the placeholder name, but I've always liked it and just kept on using it. I haven't come up with anything else, but the general idea is that you're kind of the ruler of the galaxy or whatever, and or your faction is, and so there's four other factions that want to take over, and so there's like an election coming up, and so but we basically you just want to keep things status quo. So there's no conquering, the four X's, exploring, conquering. You don't want that. You just want to keep everything like as is. So that's where the Zer0-X comes from. So basically, you take actions that to try to prevent the other four factions from winning. And so this will be interesting because I haven't played this in a couple years, and I'm looking at the mod and some of these things. Is like, well, what was I thinking of? I got scripted things that don't work no more. But anyway, I just want to make sure the core mechanisms work. I feel like they're very solid, but it's been a couple years since I played it, and so there's four factions that we're playing against. But I've had four others in the back of my mind to add to the replayability, and so I want to play the core and then think about other things I can do. So anyway, let's get into it. And so in Zer0-X, like I said, you're the faction. Okay, I'm in OBS. Let me get over to, you can see and hear me. Let's get over into Tabletop Simulator. So basically, the goal is you want to survive 8 rounds. this is representing, I don't know, years, whatever time periods, but you want to survive 8 rounds, and basically, if you do, you remain in power, and so that's the goal. But we have 4 opponents that they want to take power, and so they each got different victory conditions. And so, like the Illyrians here, if they get to a level 7 diplomacy, they win. They'll win the next election. So that's what this is indicating. And then the Enum, they want trade agreements. And so if they get a level 3 trade agreement with all the 3 other opponents, they win. The Rizban, they're basically like a scientific minded faction, and so they want to research the singularity device. And so there's 3 of them in the deck, basically, and if they research all 3, they win. And then we got the Gifters, they're a warring race, and so basically they want 12 troops of their own, or they basically just want war in the universe, so to speak. And so if we're all in a warlike state, so if combined the universe is at 18, they win. So that's good for them. And so the only way we win is by surviving. And so what we do here is it's a bag builder kind of. So what we're going to do here is we take actions like using these cubes, and basically we distribute these cubes randomly. So the more we take an action, they're going to react to this more than likely. And so it's a tug and pull situation with if we do too many of one action, it's going to allow them to react accordingly and possibly in a negative way. So let's see here. What do we got on I got all kinds of things on this mod. Okay. So what we have to do at the beginning of the game, and that's not part of the setup here. We're going to put 2 each of these cubes, and these all recommend. You can see by the color of the races or the factions, each of the cubes represents like something we're doing. Like blue is diplomatic. Oh, you can see down here. The diplomacy action, green is trade, yellow is research, and red is military. So part of setup, we're going to throw 2 of these into the bag. And then 2 of each. So then we just shuffle it up. And then starting from the first player here, the Illyrians, we just distribute these. And ideally, we're not wanting the same color to go to the same faction. Okay, so that's not good right there. Okay, one more. Okay, so this is like their starting setup. And the core of the game is when we distribute these cubes, you can see here that all the races can do basically the same kind of 4 actions, but they're prioritized. So the Illyrians, they're about diplomacy, and so there you see here, they only need 2 cubes in order to take their diplomacy action. Well, on the other hand, let's say this the scientist one, they need 4 of the blue cubes to do the diplomacy action. So they're each tweaked, strengths and weaknesses. So right now, he can actually already take his action, so we might have to address that. And in general, if I'll go down the list here, if they have 4, well, depending on what they are, but if they can do the research action, they're going to choose one of these research cards, which are bonuses that take place. If they get diplomacy, they actually, this race, he's going to move up his track anytime any race gets. So not only does the diplomacy help him, anybody else gets it, it helps him. And then, but what diplomacy basically does is it stops you from targeting them for a turn, which really hurts. Let's see. The warrior one, that's pretty simple. Basically, just you increase up your troop strength, but that's going to help the gifters too. And then the economic one, or the trading one, that's the most complicated. And so basically, you're looking to see who has the most of the cubes that you want. So, for instance, the leaders are looking for blue cubes. So if they can do the trade action, they're going to look for whoever has the most blue cubes and make a trade with them. And so we'll explain that when that happens, but that can be devastating. So that's the 4 things. Let's see here. So I had made that's going to be hard to see, a flow chart, but this will help me remind what's going to happen. So, okay, so basically let's go through a round here. So at the beginning of a round, you see this this dice marker here. And so these are what they're going to get every round. It's going to be put into the bag. And so that's where we're going to start off. We're going to put 1 blue, 1 red, 1 green, 2 yellow. Okay, so let's go to our flow chart. And we're going to reveal an event card. And then let's see. Okay, so let's shuffle this up. Okay, refugees. Oh, okay. Unless all empires have at least 1 each of the trade and diplomacy cubes, players must discard their diplomacy and trade cubes down to 1 each. Okay, so, and this symbol here, that's at the end of the round. So the odds of them each having 1 is pretty slim. Because, for instance, they don't have either. Yeah, none of them have either. Or both, I should say. So the odds of them ending up with that's going to be really hard. So we got to keep in mind that at the end of this round, we got to have 1 or less of these cubes, because we got 2 each. So, okay, let's keep that in mind. All right, let's go through our research cards and events. Well, we saw the event, and no research cards are in play, so nothing triggered. Okay, so we get 5 cards. We choose our cards, add them to the bag. Okay. I gotta make sure I don't close out Tabletop Simulator when I do that. Okay, so now we get, right now, our deck is 10, and it's always 10. And we can kind of craft it as we want. Right now there's 2 of each in these. So let's shuffle this up. Shuffle. Does this work? Let's see what happens here. Hey, it does. Okay. Okay, so now we choose our card. So basically we get 2 of these like focusing actions each round. So we have to choose one of these colors, and let's see. What do I want to do? Well, let's do military. And so when you choose a color, you have to do all of them if you can. You can't just choose one. So we got 2 of the military. So we're going to put 2 military. So what happens is we're going to get 2 military cubes. But the drawbag for them gets 2 military cubes. So that increases the chance that they're basically reacting to what you do. Okay, that's all I did. Now we're going to distribute the cubes. And then we go through... uh-oh. Okay. All right. Dog's barking and my wife's asleep, so I might have to pause for a second. Okay. Yeah, give me 1 second. Sorry about this. Be right back. All right, we're back. I don't know if you guys can't. You can see her ears a little bit. She's like a German Shepherd Corgi mix. We adopted her from the pound here. She's a strange looking thing, but we love her. Okay. Okay, back to Tabletop Simulator. Okay. Yeah, so now we're going to distribute these cubes. So we're going to shuffle this up, and we're going to start with this starting race here. So we're going to get 1 red there, 1 blue there, 1 yellow there. Okay, didn't want that. Didn't want that. 1 more. Oh, okay. Now we're in a pickle a little bit. So now the next phase is basically you go through and you do all the yellow actions, do all the blue actions, just in a clockwise order. Now the thing is, I haven't gone into what we can do. We can do any of these actions right down here at this point once. And with your actions, what's nice is that we can do this at any time. The only thing you can't do is like in the middle of one, if they're executing one of their actions, you can't do it in the middle. But basically you can just, you can react a lot in this game. And so before they start going through their motions here, the thing we don't want, see right now as it stands, is the Risbon here. They can do their research card. They can do their research. The gifters here, they can increase their troops. And the Leards they can get diplomacy. So I don't want them. Okay, let's look at research. Okay. Well, there's no singularity device right now that the Risbon can get. But basically, if they get this, it makes them much stronger. everything's going to help everybody, but particularly the factions. Like this gives them an option to research again, which is dangerous. But it's not their victory condition. It's just going to help them get to it. So now the thing is, these research cards, the upper effect is what is going to help the factions. In the bottom one, if you purchase it, pardon me, it benefits you and you take it off the market. So I mean, we could research here. What do we need for that? Oh, see, I would need another yellow. But I can. Okay. So let's start going here. I'm going to take a trade action against the Resbin. So I got two options. So for every one green cube, I can discard a cube from the target empire. That's the term I used, empires, and give them another cube from supply of my choice. Or if I spend two cubes, I basically take the cube from them. Basically, I take one of the cubes. So if I just did the one, I could just get rid of this and give them something else from supply. But if I spend the two green cubes, I can actually take it into my supply and then give them something else. So we're going to do that. Because remember, at the end, we're going to have to discard down to 1 and 1 on these two cards because of that event. Yeah. I am a big cheater. I'm a big fan of retconning if no new information or nothing random's happened since then. Okay, so we're going to spend the two trades, and when we take our actions, these don't go into supply, they go into their draw bag. So everything we do is kind of increasing the chances that they're going to do the same. So we have to be careful. We can't hyper-focus on one thing. So I want to take this yellow cube, and I'm going to give them... They're least likely to do blue. So I'll give them a blue cube. All right. Okay, let's see here. Oh, and see how I got... I have one each of these cards down here, my main actions. So I can do one action per round of these. So I took this action. So even if I had more cubes, I couldn't do anything more here. But I will show you. So now we're going to research. We're going to take this card. However, that means the 3 research cubes are going to go into here. No. So we took our action. So I can take any of these cards. Now maybe I didn't want to do that, but because he's not going to research. So I guess I'm in no hurry. I guess I don't have to do that. I could take any of these. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm going to hold off on that. So I'll put the 3 yellow back. But I don't want him to get his diplomacy. So now, diplomacy actions... if I spend 2 cubes, I can adjust their victory track up or -1, or for 2 cubes I can remove I can remove or give a cube. And there's scenarios where you actually want to give a cube to trigger something, but in this case, we're going to spend the 2, and we're going to remove one of those blue cubes. And with diplomacy, it's just gone, period. You don't have to do it. Oh, I didn't take that action. Let's put that back. You don't have to replace it. Okay, so I'm not going to do any of these. Okay, so I'm done. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go through the actions to see if anybody triggers. So we prevented this one now. So we go through all the yellows. Nobody's got yellow. Nobody's got blue now since we blocked them. They do have red. So these just come off into supply. Oop. I'll just delete them. And so now they go up 1 on their fighters. So they started with 2, now they're at 3. But then everybody combined has 6. Yeah, because they each start off at 1. He starts off at 2, and now he's at 3. So you got 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's at 3, and the combined warfare of the universe is at 6. And that's it. All right, so let us go to our flow chart. Okay, so now we do another focus action. So we refill up the 5 cards. We choose a card, add cubes to the bags. Yeah. Okay. Refreshing my memory. So now we refill. So now this is a focus card. Now this is interesting. So whichever color we choose, since there's 2 of them, we'll get a 3rd by using this card. Yeah. So what's interesting about that, if you had all 4 of one color, you would actually get 6. So I don't want to do green because that event's going to just reduce it down to 1 if I did it. So we're going to do yellow. So we're going to have a lot of yellow here. All right, so let's go yellow. So we're going to get 3 more yellow. However, the bag's going to get 3 more yellow. 1, 2, 3. Something seems wrong already. I must have put something back into, what's in here? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I got to be careful about that. So when I took the diplomacy action, I must have put them back into the supply. It goes into the draw bag for them. Yeah, okay. So I got my 3 yellow. The 3 yellow went into there. So I took my second focus action. Okay, so now the event card takes place. So unless all empires have at least 1 blue and green cube, we must discard down to 1. Well, they don't have it, but we're down to none. So we basically avoided that event. Pardon me. I did mention at the beginning I am still sick. Kind of doped up on medicine right now. All right. Back to my... Okay. We refill the research cards. So if me or one of the races buy it during the round, the spot stays empty. You don't refill right away. You refill at the end of the round. Now, we focus the player cards. And this is where you can craft your deck. So like I said, we have... let's see here. We got 2 of each. And we can change 2 of these every round. So I feel like we're kind of heavy on research. So let's take these 2 yellows out. Let's go another green and another blue because we're low on those. Group them. Okay, that's it. And focus point. Move the starting race, and then yeah. And there's some other effects that we haven't seen yet that might trigger. So okay, so we're gonna move this. So now the Yinam are the first player, so to speak. We're in round 2. These flip and become available now. Oh, I could have researched at the end too if I want, because I could do this at any time, and I hadn't taken a research action. But see, that's putting more cubes in there. I don't want to do that. Okay, so now we're just going to set up for the next round. So now we're going to refill the initial bag. 1, 1, 1, and 2. Research always gets 2. We did that. Oh, we reveal a new event card. Let's see what this is. Okay. Excessive force. If one empire has 3 plus or more troops than the second largest army, all other empires get +1 troop. Excessive force. I probably thought that was a cool name. So that's basically saying if the gifters get 1 more military, they'd be at 4. All the rest of them are at 1. But even if one of them's still at 1, everybody would get 1. That'd be huge. That'd be like 4 more in the universe right now. So we got to make sure he doesn't get anything. And okay, so let's think about that. We get our 5. Is this going to work now, or is it done? Okay. Okay. We have to choose one of these. Well, we wanted the green. So we'll discard that and that. That'll give us 3 green. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3 in the bag. So more than likely we're going to see some trading going on this turn. Before I shuffle it, you can look and see what you got in the bag. All right, there's only 1 red. Okay, that's okay. So he's not going to trigger. He's not going to trigger this turn. Well, there's a weird scenario where he could, but more than likely he's not going to trigger. So I'm not going to do anything because I haven't explained all the actions. I could spend 3 military and I can occupy 1 race. And basically that does, I think I have tokens for these, right? Yeah, occupy. Basically I would just put it here, like over his stuff. And he wouldn't get any of these cubes. So as we go the cubes, anytime he would get it, we just throw it off to the side and basically discard it. So that stops him from getting anything. But that takes 3 red cubes. So that's 1 action we could... but I don't think it's necessary. There's only 1 cube. That's not necessary. So okay, so let's shuffle this up and deal it out. So we start with the Yinam. Okay, so they're going to be trading unless I do something. Okay, blue. yellow, blue, okay, green, green. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some trading going on. Okay, so he can research. They get a green, they get a yellow, they get a green. That's funny. The one red cube, they did get it though. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're in some pickles here. Oh man, everybody's gonna be able to do everything. Okay. There's actually a scenario where you gotta be careful about turn order here. Because for research, he's going to research first, unless I do something about it. And he's going to take that one. Yeah. Which I really didn't want him. I didn't want the red race to take this one. Because basically this just allows you, after the end of everyone's gone through all their phases, whoever has this card basically rechecks to see if they could do more now. And that's because of the trade action. And there's going to be some trading here. So I didn't want him because he could possibly get traded some red cubes and trigger his thing, which would trigger the event. Which is complicated. But I'm happy to see this because that's the interactions I want in this game. You got to be aware of weird things like that. But I don't want him to go. He's going to get immunity. And the only thing I could do to stop this is a trade action. And so, oh, you know what I could do, though? I could steal, but see, now this is increasing the the green cubes in the bag. It's kind of like a vicious cycle. But then I'd have to give him something else. See, I can only do one action. Now, when this says like for every, basically I'm targeting one empire. I can do that like 3 times, like in one shot. That would count as my one action. So I could take 2 or 3 of these blue cubes away. Anytime I've lost, I shouldn't say anytime, but this is a strong race to lose to. I think more than half my losses have been to this race. I'm always leery of that. But my fear is that can only affect one race. Now I can research something before they do. So if I research this yellow, and see what's going to happen is if they want to do a research, they're going to try to focus on their own color. So he wants this yellow, but if I took it, he'll just go whatever is next in line. So he would take this. What does this say? If this empire has not performed a trade action this turn, but another empire has, +2. Yeah, I don't want him to have that. He's not researching yet. Okay. But that still helps. That helps the Rizban if they get it because they can make more trades. Okay, and the fighters, they're going to get theirs. Remove all surplus and take a warfare action. So normally, in this case, you see how it takes 2 cubes? If they had 4 cubes, they could basically do it twice. But this card is saying this research card that they can get because they're going to research basically says if they have any surplus left over, they discard it and take the action. So they could take 2 actions with 3 cubes. Hopefully that makes sense. I kind of don't want them to have that either. I don't like any of these. And what can this do for me? So I can research. No. This card counts as like that purple focus card. It's basically I just have like a free one all the time. So that would be good for me. This would give me 2. Yeah. Okay. Let us stop. I don't think I can stop this diplomacy. I think I want to stop a research. But who do I want to stop from researching? See, he's going to trade twice. And he's going to trade with... He's going to go clockwise looking for who has the most of his color. So he's going to look at these green and want them. Yeah, so he's going to give this guy yellow. But it'll be after the fact, though. It'll be after the fact. Yeah, let me do 2 trade against this guy. See, he's going to get his yellows no matter what. Yeah, okay. You know, I'm going to do 2 against the Laird. So I'm going to do 2. I'm going to have to give him something else, though. So 2, I'm going to take 2 of these away. But I have to give him 2 of something else. 2 yellows? I mean, it can be a mixed match, but if... Yeah, okay, I'll give him 2 yellows. That seems dangerous. Okay, that's my 1 action there. That's all I can do. Oh, but I could research something before he does. That's the thing. Yeah, let's do that. So, man, there's going to be a lot of yellows in this game. So I'm going to put 3 yellows in there. That took my action. I am going to get... I'm going to take that yellow card from him. And let's see if I can tuck this underneath. No? No. I want to let me tuck. Okay, well, let's move that. Set that there. And let's set that there. That work? Okay. I guess I'll lock those. So now what's interesting now, so I researched, got that card, but you notice these actions down here. It says 1 research action for each yellow research card. And that goes for everyone. So if I have researched some green, I get more actions the more I research. But once again, that kind of furthers the that can further the this, because I could research again. Oh, look at that! I could spend 2. I could research another card, or I could spend 2 to rearrange the order of the available research cards, which would come into effect now. Because since I took the yellow, when this guy researches, he is going to just take whatever the first thing is. So I could give him some. I could rearrange. In Okay, for kicks, let's do it. I'm going to watch this. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2. I think I'm really loading up this. Yeah, I spent 2. There's sure 7 in the kit. I'm going to move this to the front. And I did that because he's going to take that, so he can't get it. Okay, very good. So I did do my second research action. I'll just flip that because there is no cubes. And the military isn't going to help me here. Okay, so let's just go through the action. So now we go do our research action. The Yinam can't do it. The Rizban can. So these 2 go away. He is going to take the first card because there is no more yellow. So that's going to go next to him. My little tucking thing isn't working underneath here. Let's see here. He is going to spend 3 of his cubes. Get rid of those. That's going to move over. So the red is gone, so he's going to take the first thing of this. Okay, let's see here. I see here. Okay, he can't research. No one's got immunity or diplomacy. Nobody's got warfare. So now we go into the trade. This is where it gets complicated. So for trade, he's going to spend his 2. Come down here. And now he's looking for who's got the most green cubes. Well, it's this one. It's the Rizban. So he's going to offer whatever yellow cubes he has. And if he doesn't have yellow, he would just go, he's offering whatever they want. And then if he doesn't have it, you just go down the list and offer him anything. But he can only take 1 more green cube because this is kind of still in play a little bit. So he's going to offer 1 yellow to this guy. He's going to take that. So that goes away. Those 2 go away. Let's get rid of that. But he just made a trade with yellow. So now everything shifts over 1. This could cascade really badly. Oops. So now he looks again. Who's got more green than him? So they do. So he's going to offer him again. So now he can take two spots, okay? Man, he's going to trade a lot with this. Okay. So he can take 2 green, which Rizban has. So he's going to offer 1 yellow, and then he's just going to go down the line. He's going to offer 1 blue. So he's going to take 2 cubes from there. Yeah, this was a bad scenario. So that was his trade action. So he made a trade with him. And so now he's going to trade again. See, trading could be really cascading. And now what the thing is, he's looking for who's got the most green. And the Leards have one, and the Rizbands still have one left. Because they had 4 to start. So now, so if there's a tie, he just goes in clockwise order. So now, he's going to do this again. So he's going to get 1 green. And he's going to give him a red. But that's the 4th. See, I didn't foresee this. Once, if you can zoom in, yeah. Once you get into a level 4 trade agreement, it's locked in. So I can't affect these. I can't manipulate this yellow cube. So that hurts. The only good thing that's going to happen now. So now again, he's got 2 cubes where he can trade. So there's a lot of green on the board. And Yinan being the first is what hurts. Because other ones could have traded and spent their cubes, but he went first. These are discarded. So he's going to spend his 2 cubes here. And he's looking for who has the most green. But the Leards have 1 more green, but he has nothing left to trade with. His board's empty. So that's just a wasted action. So the only good thing out of this is that he's empty. He's tapped out for trades for a little while. And that's trading. But you can see when there's a lot of green out there, he could make multiple deals with people. So I gotta watch him right now. And so now that their action phase is done, and that you can see like the Rizban now, they could research, but we've passed that research phase. That's why I was worried about this card, because this card would allow them at this point to now go through and see could they do anything again. So I didn't want them to have that. That's why I got that. So, okay, anyway. That's their actions. Now, let's look at these things here. 4A. What's my little flow chart here? 4A. Can I? Oh, that's the military. Yeah. So that's at the start of the military phase. If they had that surplus, they would have took the extra action. Now this is interesting. If this umpire has not performed a trade action this turn, but another umpire has, it gets +2 green. Okay. All right. And then mine is just a focus. Okay, so we got through that. What's our thing at the end? Oh, yeah, so we don't have to worry about excessive force. So now we do our last action. Okay, so we'll do the 3 blue. 1, 2, 3 blue. So we get 3 blue, but the bag does 2. 1, 2, 3. That. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay. We looked at all the research cards. The event card would just this. Okay, we refill the research cards, and then we focus our cards. Okay. So 3 research cards were bought this turn. So this just slides over to the left. All right, so no yellow. That's okay. That's okay. I'd rather him waste on something else. Okay, that research card, that event card goes away. We now craft our deck. And you can leave it the same, and you can do 1 or 2 cards. And there's technology cards that are research cards that allow you to do more. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Maybe I'll just leave it like this for right now. Do I want any research? I have no research. Is anything crippling in here? Not for yellow. What if blue? What if they got their... Let's see here. Each time this empire takes a diplomacy action, yeah, they get +2 from supply. My choice. Okay. Or I could just spend one and they wouldn't get anything. In the red, because he might have a chance of getting his. Add an additional troop when taking an action. All right. I guess I'm not going to fret about that. Yeah, maybe I do want to get back into the research game. So okay, we'll swap these two out. All right, so we'll flip that. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay, so now we go up to round 3. Now the wristband become the starting player. That's it. We can flip these. Oh, we're at an hour already. All right. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, we put the initial cubes in. So 1, 1, 1, 2. We reveal the event card. Okay, what's this thing? Those just joining me. This is a game I designed like 4 years ago for a contest, and I'm trying to revisit it here. So we're going to place a yellow cube on the 5 spot on the track below. Each time you or any empire takes a research action, lower the cube by 1. At round end, add 5 research to the draw bag. Oof, that's punishing. When the robot uprising has been stopped, discard this card and give the empire, including yourself, who contributed the most, the Galactic Medal of Honor card. I don't like how I worded that, but so we're going to put that there. And so anytime me or one of the others take a... let me go stop my dog from barking again. Give me 1 second. Is she going to stop? Okay, maybe she... All right, I'll be right back. 1 second. I don't know if you can hear all this. 1 second. All right, I'm back. For those who don't know, yeah, the dog thinks I should design a better game. Down in Ecuador, there's no... It's the wild, wild west as far as noise goes. Your dog could bark all day long. You can play music. You can... There's no... It's crazy. There's a lot of give and take down here. You know, there's a lot of things I love. There's a lot of things... It's just like, well, this is how it is. So anyway, where was I? Okay, back to Tabletop Simulator. Oh, we're looking at that event. Yeah, so anytime Oh man, Risto, I don't have the house. We rent down here, but like none of the houses. I'm in the mountains of Ecuador. Um, so basically, Ecuador's got three distinct climates. You know, you got the jungle, you got the coast, and you got the mountains. And the coast and the jungle are just hot and humid. But up in the mountains, I'm at like basically 8,000 feet, and um, none of the houses here have air conditioning or furnaces, and it's just it's 70 to 80 during the day. Um, yeah, maybe up normally it can, and then like upper 50s during the night. So it's like normally it's good sleeping weather and it's nice. You just save so much money not having those utilities. So um, I do miss the spring though. 'Cause I lived in Ohio, where I lived. I still have a home in Ohio, but I miss the. I like the seasons. I like fall. I like winter a little bit. I'm liking it less and less now, but I like the season, so I do miss that. But man, having nice weather every day is pretty sweet. So okay, so anytime one them or me takes a research action, this is going to go down by one, which we kind of want. Um, um, but whoever contributes the most um, is going to get a bonus card. Where is that card? Okay, it isn't here. Oh, they're diplomacy actions. Okay, cost one less. So that would be devastating if he got that, but he's not going to be able to do it. The Risman, he's probably going to get it. But I'm glad I did put those research things back into my thing. Okay. I did put the cubes in there. Okay, now we're going to reveal ours. Okay, so I have no yellow, so I'm not going to be part of the yellow brigade. Hmm. I could just do one diplomacy. That'll give me two. No, see, I can only do I can only do one diplomacy action. And then what are the odds I'm going to draw yellow anyway? Yeah, so I think I need to. I'm just going to do the. I have an Estonian friend who lives in South Spain. She always comes to Estonia when it's the coldest here. Oh my goodness, how bad it can get. Yeah, that's pretty cold. I'm just getting used to the Celsius numbers down here because the States is Fahrenheit. What is minus 30 in Fahrenheit? Because the coldest I think I've had a long time ago. I used to live in Montana, and it was like minus 26 Fahrenheit. Um, that's pretty cold. Down here, the Ecuadorians, it's so funny. Like, on a rare cold day, it might get into the lower 50s. Or even if it's overcast and it's in the, upper 60s. So if it's not in that 70 to 80 range, man, they are bundled up like Nanook of the North. Like they're freezing. I'm still walking around in t-shirts. Uh, uh, and they're just freezing. And it's so funny. It's like they don't like to visit certain towns because it's a higher or lower. Well, it'd be higher. So if they go to higher elevation towns, I don't like that. It's too cold there. It's like, oh my goodness, that's nothing. Anyway, so I think I'm going all in on the trade. Yeah. I want the yellow, though. All right, I'm just going to do the 2 green. So I don't have to use that. I had to spend the 2 green, but I don't have to do that purple. I'm going to save it in case I draw 2 yellows in the future here. So let's see. I get 2 green. The bag gets 2 green. Man, there's 17 cubes in here. Lots of yellow and blue. Green. Okay, so red hasn't done much. Okay, so let's shuffle it up and see what happens. And we start with the wristband. Okay, trade for them. You know, maybe I'll put this bag here. No, that won't work. Yeah, so we can kind of see what's going on. So I give them theirs. Let's see, they get a trade. They get a trade. They get a yellow. They get a blue. They get a green, so they can trade. They get a yellow. I don't want them to research. They get another yellow, so they can research twice if I don't do something. Okay, I did not want that to happen. Wristband, let's see. Okay, a lot of research going to happen. I guess I knew that. They're going to be able to trade. Yeah, I'm not liking how this pulls out. Oh, good. I can show you a scenario here. They're at 5. That's their max. That's anybody's max. So this just goes away. Okay, let's move the bag back. Okay, so a lot of things are going to happen. And they're going to start with the wristband first. So if I don't do anything, he's going to research twice. There's no yellow cards, but he would take these first 2 cards. Which he's going to be researching. I don't want him to take this one. But you know what's interesting? I don't want him to take this. I don't want the yellow guy to exchange 1. Well, there's not much warfare. He's got 1, though. He's basically making trade. Okay, that's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world. All right, I'm going to let him stand. So he's going to take the first 2 cards. He's going to take, okay. He's going to take, well, red would still be out here. Add an additional troop. Yeah, I don't think I want him to have that. I mean, we haven't gone the military route. And he can research. But he would end up with this. That's not the end of the world. And he can't research. And no one's got a lot of... You know what? Let's let it start, because I can stop. I can do things in between, like them taking their action. So let's see how this plays out first. So he's going to spend 2, and then 2 again to research twice. Okay. So he's going to take these 2 cards. He's going to research Now, do I want to do anything about this right now? Maybe I do. I don't want him to have that. Yeah, I'm gonna for every okay. I could spend one just to discard it and give him something else. All right, I'm gonna spend the one. I want to be cheap to kind of make this bag small next turn if I can. I'm going to discard this one, but I have to give him something else. You know what? I'm going to spend the extra cube so I can steal it. But I do have to give him something else. So let's give him... Well, let's give him... what's his research thing? Yeah, let's give him another trade card. Token. Okay, so he can't research. I stopped that. But he can. So that costs how much for him? 4? Yeah, 4. So we'll get rid of those. And he's going to research this one because there's no blue. Okay, so research is done. Now we look at diplomacy. I hate this. So he's going to spend 4 for his diplomacy. And what this means now is he's like immune for the rest of this turn and next turn. It's usually it's the next turn that's key, but basically he's saying I can't target him. And that could be crucial if, for instance, the singularity comes up in the research pile next turn. I won't be able to stop him from getting it. Well, directly. I just can't affect him directly. Okay, so he got that. But the thing is, he's got immune. This guy's thing is every time anybody gets immune. So basically he's involved in all the diplomatic things in the universe. So that furthers his goal. Okay, so no one else can diplomacy. Nobody can war. Now trading. So we're going to start with the gifters. So he's going to spend his 4. And he's looking for whoever has the most red. Which is the Alliards. Yeah, the Alliards have 2 reds. And they want blue. Okay, this will work out good. He wants reds. They have 2. So he has to give them 2 of something. They want blue, but they don't have it. Gifters don't have it. So they just go from top to bottom. So they're going to give him 2 and take the 2 red. Okay, I like that. So that's gone. So let's see here. That moves over. So they get to trade. So they're going to spend their 3. And they want blue. And so these 2 are tied in blue. And he's only got 1. So he's going to take that 1, and they're going to end up giving him one of those cubes. Oh. Yeah, I forget about that. I'm thinking about the Enum. They go up their track when they make a trade, but it doesn't matter who initiated it. So they just trade it with the Alliards. So they go up 1. So we've really got to watch them. They're like 3 trades away from winning. Okay, so that's it. Now you can see he can diplomacy and he can warfare or military, but we're past those already. We're in the trade phase. Let me make sure nothing triggered. That's at the end. He did trade. If this empire has not performed a trade action, but another empire has, but he did do a trade, so that doesn't kick in. Let's see what's all going on here. He didn't do that. This kicks in at the beginning of their actions total. So that's not kicked in yet. And each time, okay, this does kick in. Thanks. That's that's an old thing here. I appreciate you were still following me from before. Each time this empire takes a diplomacy action, which he did, I take 2 cubes from the supply and give it to him, or I have to spend 1 and just nullify that. I'm going to spend the 1 to nullify that. That doesn't cost my action, though. All right. This is a little treacherous. Okay. That's that. What's our thing here? Oh. So, who all researched? We got to think about this. Who all researched? So I'm just going to mark it this way. I think I got to word that a little bit different. So the Rizban did 2. They took 2 actions. So basically, this cube is here. So they got their 2 cards, but he researched also. Didn't he? Or was that the turn before? Now I'm confused. Well, I can see there's 3 cards missing. Yeah, so he did research this turn. So a blue marker goes basically here. Well, let me take my cards first. Okay, so we're past that phase, so let's go here. Oh man, what a waste. What a waste. So I gotta choose one of these. Okay, this is where like having these focus cards is cool when it works, but it can kind of clog your hand. Let's just get rid of them. So I gotta do one of these. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I haven't paid attention here, but I'm gonna do the 1 military. We'll put that there. 1 goes into the deck or the bag. Now, what's funny is I called myself, see, there's only 3 cubes. I haven't spent much this turn. Trying to make this small. But this guy's going to, this is going to add 5 yellow to the draw bag because this uprising continues. Okay, so, all right, we did that. Okay, let me look at my little cheat sheet. Okay, we went to the research cards. Nobody won. Let's see here. Okay, so we do that event. All right. The event is still going on. So 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go into here. Yep, should go to 8. We refill the wow, a lot of red. Wow, this is great that the singularities must be near the bottom of the deck. So this is good. Now we can focus. I think I'm going to take my 2 military out for right now. But what am I going to put in? I'll put in a diplomacy. I guess I didn't realize I had 1. And I'll put in another yellow. So I'll make our 10. Okay. All right, so now what? So we did this. So this is actually going to kind of maybe just come down, I guess. I don't know where to put it. Okay, so we start the next round. So this, okay, so this is going to go here. This is going to go here. Oh, wait, there was a thing. This one was an end of turn card, right? That's the only one. Yeah, end of turn. If Empire has no green, he gets one. So he's going to get a green cube here. This is one of the things, if you're still watching. So I'm basically just playtesting this again. This because it's been so long. There's certain things I'm concerned about. With all these research cards, they're cool and they all have different abilities, but as you see, I got 5 on the board right now, and some games it's less, but sometimes this one might have a lot more. So it's easy to forget something. Like I just realized I forgot this card down here. That affects me, but for them it's easy to forget. I kind of made like a little thing to like visual aid, but on Tabletop Simulator you're not even looking at it because you're in real life. If you had this sitting in front of you, they might say, okay, something's going to happen at this point. But on Tabletop Simulator, so that's one of my concerns. There's just so much that it's easy to forget. Okay, so anyway, where are we? Oh yeah, they're first now. We're in the 4th round. Yeah, so where are we at here? So we fill the initial cubes. We reveal another event card. Yeah, so you can have multiple event cards going on. So we're going to put the initial cubes. We got the 1 blue, 1 red, 1 green, 2 yellow. And now we reveal the next event. Oh, this is conspiracy. Okay, so this is an immediate effect. Shuffle 4 insurrection cards into the event deck, and these are the insurrect. Okay, I think these are all the same. I can't remember. So if these pop up, basically I either have to spend 3 military cubes to put down the insurrection, or I randomly increase 1 progress cube by 1. So we're midway through, so this is a little painful if it showed up. But it won't show up until next turn. Yeah, it won't show up until next turn. Potentially. So now we're just going to shuffle these into the deck. So now these are potentials. Let's see here. So I might as well just slide that back up. All right. So now let's draw our 5. Shuffle, draw our 5. Okay. Wow. There's so much research in this game. Well, now this is interesting. I'm going to have to write this down because I realize if I take research and I try to do 2 actions to close this out, I would tie him, and I got no tie case. So I got 2 options. I'd have to edit the card, but it'd be whoever maybe did the first, or whoever like closed it out. Like if I did it right now, I think the action would be whoever did it the first. So in that case, I'm not interested in doing that. Yeah, okay. Hmm. All right, well, we're back to the situation. But there's still no singularities. I'm not going to worry about yellow right now. So maybe I'll do a green. I'll do a green. Why did I put it in there? Why did I put my thing in there? Okay, I'm going to do a green. Oh, I didn't unflip that at the end of the turn. I'm going to do a green. But a green goes into the bag. Okay. So let's look at the bag. Yeah, tons of yellow. Okay. All right, so let's shuffle this up. Let's put that in the middle if I can. Oh, come on. No. There. All right, let's see what we get. So we start with the gifters. They get that one yellow, red. Okay, that's good. Blue, yellow, green, yellow, green, green, yellow, blue, yellow, and yellow. All right, well, this is interesting. Because I really thought they were going to be able to research a lot this turn. But they're not. They're not going to research at all. So if I do nothing, both these guys are going to research, which would close this out. I really want this to close out. I don't want 5 yellow added into the bag. But who goes first? It doesn't matter because in this case it won't matter. So blue will get this one. What does this do? Oh, okay. Predictive analytics. Reveal 1 cube from the randomizer bag. Each time this empire gains that type of cube, they gain an additional cube with the same type. Which, if it was blue, it would be crushing if he had it. But it's a 25%, so maybe I'll just let that ride. But what will he get now? Oh, I'm sorry, he'll get green. Okay, this one's not too bad. I actually think this card is actually kind of weak. If this umpire has no cubes in any tracks, +1 to 1 empty track of my choice, player choice. Yeah, so I don't care if they buy either one of those. Well, the blue one hurts a little bit. Okay, nothing's taken effect yet, right? No, nothing's... Oh, wait. Yeah, something does take effect. Okay. Clockwise, exchange the dark net. Exchange 1 red cube for 2 with as many empires as possible. He wants two things. Okay, so he is going to trade... it's going to be clockwise. So he's going to come here. He's going to trade these 2 for these 2. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that's it. So now let's go around the circle for... So he's going to spin his 4. He's going to get this blue... No, I'm sorry. He's going to get this card. And this is at the end, too. Okay, and now he's going to spend his 3 to go here. He's going to get this one. No, I'm sorry. I'm doing this wrong. No, he's buying the blue one. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, he's buying the blue one. And he's doing that one. Okay. So that's at the end of the round. That's at the beginning of the round. So none of those are going to take effect. Okay, so let's look at immunity. He will get immunity unless I do something. Do I want to do something? I can't affect him. I can't affect him. Yeah, okay. I'm going to spend one. My one action, I'm going to spend one green. And I'm going to discard that blue. But I have to give him something else. Let's give him red. Okay. So I stopped that immunity. So nobody's getting immunity. Now we're on to 3. Something says 3. What is the 3 one? So each time this empire takes a... Oh, okay, it didn't happen. Okay, so it didn't happen. Okay, so we're good. So we can go on to warfare. We start with him. Unfortunately, he is going to be able to double warfare. So he's going to move up 2. So the general supply goes up 2. Okay. And that moves over. Now, see, if he had this card, he would have taken 3 in that action there. Okay, so warfare, nothing takes place there. Is anything on the trade one? Well, that was the warfare. Okay, no. 5. Is there a 5er? Yeah. Oh, this is at the end of trading. Okay. Okay, so what's going to happen is trading, this is the only one that can trade. So they're going to spend their 3. And he's going to look for yellow cubes. They have the most. So they're going to take the 2 yellow and give them 2 blue. Okay. However, this is interesting because this is if this empire has not performed a trade action, but another turn, but another empire has +2. 1 second. I'm going to pause for, I think, 1 second. I don't think my wife knows I'm streaming. Ooh. Okay. That was not good. Okay, how are we going to do this? Sorry, I got distracted with the wife there. That's going to mess everything up. Okay. That's 5 and 8. Okay, let's just remember that. 5 and 8. And then these cubes would just go back where they... Yeah, okay. No harm, no foul. He's at 5. The Empire's at 8. Okay. Okay, let's see here. That's it for those actions. Okay, very good. Oh, so the 2 trading. Okay, so the 2 trading happens, or the research. So that's going to eliminate this. So basically 1 blue. Yeah. 1 blue happened. And 1 green. Yeah, so going based on my tie thing, the first one will go first, which could have been devastating. Actually, this is closer than I thought, because I did not want blue to get this Medal of Honor card. So yellow is going to get it. So let's see. So we can basically just take all these cubes off. So this is satisfied. Let's put that in there. Let's get this. So yellow is going to have this card too. See, yellow can end up with a lot of cards, a lot of research. So now his diplomacy costs 1 less. Okay. So that's it for the actions. Okay, let's see. We get to take one more focused action. So let's see here. I guess I want to do it. I could actually get 5 research from this. Because I got 2 here. Each one of this will give me another one. And I got this like free one down there. But I don't have to use any of these focus cards. And I'm just going to do 2. I don't want any more yellows out there. In the bag, I mean. So yellow, yellow. And I get 2 yellows. All right, so now let's see here. Part of the cleanup phase is you remove like the immune thing. So actually, technically, that should have like kind of hard to see. At the end of the last round, I should have flipped this, and then I should have removed it at this point. So that's gone. Oh, well, gas truck's coming by. That's gone. I got to refocus my deck here. So what's some of my fears right now? I think I'm going to ease back on the research now. So for sure we're getting rid of one of these. And let's just add a blue in. Or do I want to do... Yeah, I'll just add a blue in. Group, flip. So we remove that thing, we remove that. What happens at the end here? Let's see. We got some end ones here. If Empire has no green, gain 1 green. No, they got green. If the Empire has no cubes in any tracks... Oh, any track. Oh, okay. So this is, I think I did change that to mean it's not all tracks, it's any track. So they're +1 cube to 1 empty track, my choice. Well, they only have 1 empty cube, so I'm going to give them. I have to give them the yellow. And that's end around, that's end around. That's it for end arounds. Okay, let's flip this. We did our focus. We haven't refilled the... Okay, so there's the first singularity. And they're the only ones, it says the Risbon, they're the only ones that can buy this one. But that's 1/3 of their victory right there. All right, so let's see here. Oh, I can't buy this, but what I could do... Instead of like, if I buy, let's say I pay for it, I don't take it. It doesn't give me any benefit. I could just shuffle it into the deck. So I can just prolong it. But that would cost me 3 research. All right, so we're at the 5th round. What time is it? Yeah, I might not be able to finish today, guys. I just want to get my foot back into this design. I'm seeing a lot of things that timing issues, which I just have to clarify things. you've only seen one game. Yeah, actually, I will stop now. So you've only seen one game, half of one game. But some of my concern is that this was a research-heavy game. But it can easily become research poor, where research doesn't happen. In fact, that's why this one cube is at 2. It's kind of forced the research issue. But it's almost like feast or famine, and we're in feasting right now. But which makes things like keeping track of things is really hard at that point, though. So I got to think about that. Like that timing on the event card, there's a tie issue I got to think about. And then it didn't happen. But remember when I made a mistake, when I was buying the research card, I grabbed that one by mistake. But then I was looking at that. Well, they both trigger at the same time. What's the timing issue? I mean, how do you resolve that? I don't have anything in the rules for that. So yeah, I still like this game. I love it. I gotta tweak some things. You always gotta improve. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 rounds left. Yeah, we have 4 rounds left. So we're halfway through. He got real close. He's close to winning. This could be a little bit of a danger. And now his singularity is appearing. So you can see how things can ramp up. What haven't I showed you, though? I described that. I didn't describe this action, because I didn't do any military actions. But the Occupy, I think I told you. Basically, you can just shut down one where they don't get any cubes in a turn. But you can spend 2 and you can prevent 1 card from triggering. So that might help a little bit, depending on what the circumstances are. But anyway, that's Zer0-X. Hey, thanks for watching. Sorry about the timing there. When I've played this by myself, and I've probably play tested it 20 times, which doesn't sound like a lot, maybe more. I started tracking at some point. But all my games were about, because we're at hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. All my games basically came in an hour and 15, hour and a half. So 75 to 90 minutes. It's hard when you're just, vocalizing your moves in this game on stream. But when I was playing by myself, and this is going back a little bit, but it was only about 75 to 90 minutes. And that's right where I'd like to have it. I'll explain some more. So, how's this work? Why is it showing this? Oh, 4 is not, okay, that's not how many cards are. Right now there's, I thought there was 6, but maybe it's 5. And so not all the research cards are in every game, just to add for variety. Looks like I have, because what goes into the deck is 4 of each. And so this just gives you some variety. So you wouldn't be the same research cards every time. And so I thought I had 6. Maybe I only did 5 at this point. But the goal is to have 6. So each race would have 4 of the 6 cards being different each time. Except for the Risman. They would always have the singularity in theirs. And then my ultimate goal is to have like another empire of each type. So one diplomacy angled, one money angled, but with different twists. Um, so that would add for the variety. So you might have a different, a different economic race, but their win condition would be different, and the way they affect things would be different, and their technology cards would be different, just to add more variety. So ultimately, I'd like to have like 8 races, each with 6 different research cards, just to really up the random ability, and more event cards. I have, I think 16, and we see 9 of them. No, you see 8 of them. I'd like to have more, and I'd actually like to have some kind of, the pie in the sky dream is to have some that are, like your event deck could be like a scripted deck, almost like a campaign, like a story, and especially like for the first time, things can lead into each other. All these are just random right now, but I'd like to have a thing where there's choices to be made and a little bit more playful cards. And so a little bit more of a story event deck, if I can. You can still have the random ones for your one-off plays, but if you want to have like a campaign, of course, that's like the grail of designers, something crazy like that. But thanks for watching. Sorry it wasn't a full game. I just wanted to show what I'm working on, and hopefully this will give me stuff to think about. And like I said at the beginning, I am going into that Voidfall rule book. So I'd say I'm like 3/4 full, and I'd like to play it once to off camera just to make sure I know it. So anyway, hey, thanks Risto, thanks for watching. Thanks everybody. So yeah, it might be 2 weeks depending on my work schedule, flying back to the States today. And so anyway, thanks, and click follow, all that jazz. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. So anyway, everyone have a great day. Take care now. Bye.